Welcome, everybody, to your least favorite podcast. My name is Mark, and I'm here with all my friends.
Steven and
Nick.
Jacob.
This is a show where we talk about whatever is on our mind for the week, because it's been a week since we last talked, for sure. It's definitely not the next day. It's definitely been a week, and we have loads of content to share.
All right, guys, listen, this is the deal. Mark's lying to you. We're doing it the next day because he's going to be gone, so blame him.
I am going to be gone next week, and I won't even be in my car to give
You're doing
y'all an on-the-road version.
you're gonna do it from the concert, right?
I mean, that'd be pretty cool.
Get some bands
It's
on.
just
Terrible.
Screeching in the background.
So I'm going to a music festival, and it's going to be all week from like Thursday to Sunday. And yeah, I'm definitely going to be here. Hold on. I can actually tell you who I'm going to be listening to during the normal podcast time.
No, we got it. It's the early 2000s biggest hits.
It's now 2000.
Early. I said early 2000s.
All right, let's see. What was that? Let's be honest. This day.
Just give me the top 5.
All right, so
Limp Bizkit, number 1.
let's see.
Obviously.
We'll
Vanilla
be
Ice.
listening to Corey Taylor.
Ooh.
That's Slipknot lead singer, for people who don't know.
You knew that, right? Right, Mark? You knew that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He actually does like a solo. He's got a solo.
It
Oh,
makes
no, I'm
sense.
sorry. I'm looking at like it's kind of blurry, and so I'm trying to see exactly what time because we'll be splitting time because that will end, and then Chevelle will come on. So like while we would be podcasting, I'm going to be finishing up Corey Taylor and then starting Chevelle.
Yeah, but you only need to watch either Slipknot or Corey Taylor. You don't need to watch both.
No, you can. No. He's got
When
a
is-
solo album.
When
and
is
it's-
flipped?
It's pretty good.
It makes sense that if one's there, the other'd be there. But you can't have the other if one of them's not there.
Now, if it was Stone Sour, Slipknot, and Corey Taylor, then
Oh, is that different? I thought Stone
can't-
Sour
I
was
can't-
his
I
like
can't.
so he's got 3 things.
yeah, he does 3. He 2 bands and then a solo thing.
I just remember seeing Stone Sour play and everybody was just like telling him to play Slipknot songs.
I can't see. Why can't I see that on?
He does not appreciate that.
Why does my phone have better quality than my computer when trying to pull this up?
I don't know. Half your list.
You know
He
he
said,
was in.
so-
He made Stone Sour before he was in Slipknot.
Oh, so then
I actually don't know this band. If I didn't watch Slipknot whenever they come on, it'd be watching Polyphia.
Why would you not watch Slipknot? That's one
I
of
don't
the
know that
top
one
5 bands there.
Well, no. That's what Steven said I wasn't allowed to. So it's either, like if
one or the other, man.
it's either that or Polyphia, which I don't even know who that is, to be honest.
One or
I
the
don't
other.
either, actually.
They're like really far. They're like far down on the list too. Why do they have a headlining spot on a Friday, no less?
Maybe they're
Maybe
really
they're
good.
popular.
Yeah.
I guess
They're popular in other countries.
not popular enough for us to watch them.
Oh, what if they're your new favorite band? You don't know yet.
I mean, I won't know because I'll be
Next
watching.
time I see you,
Slipknot,
you better
so.
have their shirt, and you'll be like, you know what? They were actually pretty good, and I got a tattoo, and
I'm actually just going on the road with them.
I'm the roadie, and I will be gone now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, probably not going to happen. But yeah, so I will be at a music festival instead of podcasting, so we have to get one done earlier. So, what content do y'all have left in the tank?
I'm gonna talk to him like it's on that day. So I hope Mark's having fun today.
Completely ignore me the whole
He
time. Who's that
He
talking?
should be fucking listening to Corey Taylor right about now, I think, according to his schedule.
These
Right,
pre-recorded
so-
clips of Mark are working out well.
Got him, idiots.
We're just gonna do that. We'll just record a
editing
whole.
was a real bitch.
No, we're just gonna record a whole like B-roll of just people having conversations that don't go to anything in case we need to do that. Just be
Yeah,
like,
in case somebody
yes,
dies tragically,
no,
so we can keep doing the
happy,
podcast.
sad, chicken, and then we'll just plug it into an AI, and anybody can do your voice. We just need a bunch of like
Words.
content. Yeah, just a
I'm
bunch
pretty
of words.
confident
bunch of
based on
words.
what we have already. You could probably feed that into an AI and it would be able to do it anyways.
All right, let's just go through and start reading the dictionary so we have all the words on file.
That's what we got to do. You never know.
Then you got to think about inflection though. Like everything's just gonna be monotone.
Nah, the AI can fix that. They're getting pretty good with those things.
Are they though?
I mean,
Or is that like
they can make Drake songs of like Drake
Yeah.
singing.
use
songs.
auto tune if you want them to have like a different tone? The technology can do it. Haven't you heard those the ones with the presidents where they all talk? Like those sound pretty realistic.
I think
No.
they sound terrible, and like I can definitely tell they were.
Hey,
I'm
you haven't
not-
watched those? I love those videos where it has like Trump and Biden playing
Call of
video
Duty.
games together. Whoever makes those is a genius.
No, whoever does the have you seen the Joe Rogan ones where they make it into like a little evil story? It's great. You guys should
No,
look
but
at it.
honestly, I have never in my life even listened or like seen any of Joe Rogan's content. I've always just heard about it.
He's got one of the best podcasts I've ever seen.
Well, that's just because we don't have a lot of viewers yet. We're coming for
I
that spot, Joe.
I don't have time to watch Joe Rogan's podcast because aren't they like 2 to 3 hours long? Like they're super long.
Yeah, for all the road trips you go on would be perfect.
Yeah, all the time you're spent listening to books, you could be listening to Joe Rogan.
But I'd rather be listening to books. I actually just finished a book. That was
Wow. You know what?
fantastic. It was a 30-hour book. And,
I'm gonna let them know you said that. So
That's fine.
I'm curious. When was
Anyways,
the last time you actually read a book? Like, held the book, looked at it, read it quietly to yourself, or even out loud. I mean, read it out loud, but you read it.
high school.
Like, I've never read a book.
Um,
I don't even know what a book is. I don't know what that is.
Never read a book.
I
There are
know.
these decorations
No.
that I have on my
I
shelf.
know. It's after high school for sure, at least. Oh,
Are
no,
you talking?
hell yeah. No, I actually, it was like 2 years ago. I actually was like, hey, I want to get back into reading a book. And I read one book, and that was it.
So it's working out well. So
Actually, I don't even think I finished the book, but I did read a couple chapters.
it's like, honestly, I didn't even open it. I didn't.
No, I opened it. No,
I thought
'cause
about it.
I still carry around the copy of The Hobbit that you got me.
Oh yeah.
And so like anytime I have nothing else to do, like on a plane ride or something, I will pull that out and read a random chapter of The Hobbit.
It's so compact. You can fit it wherever you need to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, last time I saw it was like falling apart though.
Yeah, it's still falling apart. But
Are you talking about like the last time someone's actually opened up and actually read like a full book?
Yes.
like start to finish, it's been a long time.
It's literally been probably like 20 years.
Yeah.
I was about to say you can't claim high school, Nick. Everyone
Yeah,
knows
if you-
you
I don't
do
even
any-
No,
know
that's
if
what I'm
I-
saying. I'm saying like elementary school probably.
I don't
It's
know if
probably
I've
been
ever
at least
read,
10
yeah.
years.
I'm
10
probably in the
years.
same boat as Nick. I don't
Yeah.
think I've actually read a book front to back cover since.
I used to read the Star Wars, the Fate of the Jedi books when I was still working. So just before the military, somewhere around that time. Probably the last time I've read a book.
Yeah,
Mine's-
I read the 4th Legend of Drizzt book. Because I remember I had a copy of it that I had finished reading whenever I got to Offutt for the first time. Because like the guy who was like showing me around, like the airman, was it the Final Four, whatever that airman club was?
Oh, the Elite Four?
The Elite Four, yeah. Their representative was like showing me around and stuff, and we got talking about it. And he's like, "Yeah, I read the first three." I was like, "Well, I have the 4th one I just finished." So, 2013,
Yeah, there you go.
last time I finished a book.
The dude that showed me around was a little more straightforward.
Mine had to be like elementary school.
I got a lot of books I collect. You never know when you might need them. Like, what if there's an apocalypse and all I have are the books that I've collected? But
Yeah,
I
you need
got,
some
like,
good kindling to start
I
a
got-
fire.
I got like Moby Dick and what's back here?
Yeah, I'm actually in
Jules
Mark's
Verne.
mode. I've listened to a book more recently than I've read a book. So.
I don't
I don't
even
have
listen
time
to
to
books. Fuck
sit
that.
down and read a book. Like I got video games to play.
That's like a book, like a digital book.
Okay, so people who say like people who play video games are nerds, but really people who read are the fucking nerds. Who actually sits down and reads a fucking book? You gotta be joking me.
They got a strong imagination.
Nah, fuck that. They got no life.
I mean, my wife can crank out books. She does read them like paper books, and she can read them in like a day, like a whole ass book.
Nerd.
Yeah, my wife does that as well. She reads them on her phone.
Just
She'll
burns
just
through
crank
those
through
things.
books. It's
Fuck
ridiculous.
that.
Like
Like,
she
I'll
said, they set limits. She's gonna read like 100 in a year.
I'll talk to her. I'll be like, "Hey, how's your book going? Oh, there's a new one. Okay, what's it about?" And she'll tell me about it like the next day or like a couple hours later. Be like, "Still enjoying your book?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, I finished that one. There's a new one." Goodness gracious.
Yeah, if that's like your thing, like they can move through those. They don't write them that fast. Like you can't be reading them like that.
Dude, I feel terrible because like whenever like we'll have like a Reddit, like a Am I the Asshole or something, and like we'll be reading it at the same time, and like she just like sits there and waits for me where I'm like, Am I the asshole for, and she's like already done with the entire post, just waiting for me.
You don't read very fast?
And I mean, I not nearly as fast as her.
Bitch, I can't even spell. Of course I can't read fast.
I just
What
like
do you mean,
skim.
dog?
Oh no, I can't spell that great, but I read through. I think I can just skim
Yeah,
really fast.
I get the
is
gist
thing
of
I
it.
do. Yeah.
My wife would just be like, "Oh, you already read that?" I'm like, yeah, I got what it's trying to say.
So in high school,
didn't-
I was really good at comprehension, but it took me a while. Like I would read it, but I would like retain it really well.
So I am absorbing these words right now.
Yeah.
They are part of my life.
Like I don't learn well from like just reading, honestly. Like I've always been better. Like if the teacher will like sit and lecture about it, then I'll retain everything. But if they're like read these chapters, dude, like I'm lost. I fucking hate it.
I had that problem with the work stuff, like reading like manuals and stuff. I could
Yeah.
literally sit there and read the same page like 5 times and not be able to tell you what I just like what it
Mhm.
said. I don't know.
Well, see, that's how I read it really slow, but I can like retain it very well.
I found the best thing to do is to just blend the papers up in some water in a blender and drink it. The information's there.
Literally consume the knowledge.
I have the information. I have internalized it.
Dude, you guys want to know what I miss the most? You remember those Game Informer books that would come out? Like little magazines and shit you could get, tell you all the upcoming games back in the day.
Yeah.
Those were the funnest to pick up and read.
With your GameStop subscription.
Yeah, dude. It was fucking awesome.
Dude, yeah, that's what like you go to like some like office or something, like go into the bathroom, take a shit, and they have like magazines there and you find a Game Informer, you're like, "Oh, fucking score, let's go."
Yep.
That was just a test
Yes,
I've seen.
Steven, we get you have
No, look, dude, it was sitting on the shelf back there.
How long had he been holding that up there for? Like he's
official
just like,
Xbox
he's
mug.
just like perfect. He's gonna like open it page by page so you can fucking read it on the camera. Like,
nobody was gonna acknowledge him.
Actually,
got
that
some
should
mag-
I
be
had to
that
acknowledge
should be a
him.
daily episode. You read one page per episode to us.
Nick was he would acknowledge if he watched my video, so it's fine.
I don't
know.
watch.
I know.
Yeah, Nick.
That was a test. That's how I know he's not watching.
I didn't lie to you. I
you
told you,
didn't
I don't
have to
watch the
test him. We already
motherfucker.
knew he didn't watch it.
I wasn't joking. I don't watch you shit at all.
No, like seriously, I don't fucking understand why you do that, but whatever.
just remember
Listeners,
that I
whenever
had
we finally do a YouTube video along with our podcast,
Nick
you'll get to
just
see
won't
what
be there.
every one of us looks like, except for Nick.
No, he said Nick's gonna have one of those anime overlays.
It's gonna be a big titty anime girl. That's gonna be Nick.
And for all you weebs out there, you're welcome. Okay.
Right.
Like, Nick overwhelmingly the favorite now once we go video.
Yeah.
That's why
And
we
then-
made it in Japan. That's the one guy in Japan has been listening for the hopes that Nick
He's
will turn
waiting.
into a titty anime girl.
Got his wallet ready. We're
Fucking
gonna
hell.
do the little things where you can just like bug him while he's talking.
I'll just sit there and jiggle for you guys. I mean,
That's what I would make them do anyway. They'd just be like obnoxiously jiggling for no reason while Nick's just sitting still.
Anytime I think about stuff like that, I like to like compare that to old timey stuff. Like, could you imagine trying to explain that situation to somebody from like 100 years ago? It was like trying to explain
Not
the
even
internet
50
to
years
somebody.
ago.
well, considering they didn't have internet 100 years ago, that'd be real weird.
That's what I mean. But like taking that and then having to explain the internet and the situation that they're dealing with, and what is an anime girl, and also here's like the people that you might talk to on this thing might not even look like what you think you're talking to. Like,
Dude, trying to explain that to my dad is hard enough, let alone someone 100 years ago.
Did you go explain to him what bukkake was?
You better do that today when you
I
go.
want that. I want that recording.
I don't think so.
You just pick the camera up, go over there right now. I want to hear it.
Dude, I don't even curse in front of my dad.
Now,
So you
there's
just
certain-
lied to him, huh? He doesn't actually know who his son is.
Yeah,
That's-
kind of.
I see.
It's funny that there's certain people that you have like a certain. I have to change how I interact with these people.
I don't think I have those. I'm the same way with my family and I don't.
You don't have anybody that you're like polite around.
I'm trying to think, but I don't think I do.
You're
about, like-
polite around.
Nick's just an asshole to everyone.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
Like, nope, I keep it real. Everybody gets the real Nick.
I can't think of anyone that I do that. I mean, a lot of people think I'm a dick because of that, but
What about like older people? Do you interact with any really old people?
my mom. But I'm literally the same. So
Yeah, I'd have to say I'm the same.
Like if you saw some little.
I mean, you
old
guys saw
lady-
my mom at my wedding, so you kind of know. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm the
Yeah,
same.
your mom's funny. I like your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't.
So like no little old ladies you interact with that you're like.
I just like your mom was like, no alcohol at the wedding. She's like,
I guess the only
Wanna
people would
drink?
be like at work, right? Like the customers.
You got to be
Kinda have to-
professional.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be like,
Nick's
unless
on
you
a
get to
s-
know them,
Nick's on a strict only if he's getting paid for it policy.
basically.
I'll do whatever you want.
Completely different around my students and my customers, dude.
Well, that goes with work, right? I mean,
I
it's-
won't say completely different because I'm just as ridiculous, just cleaner.
One of these
Yeah.
days, I'm
More
gonna leak
dad
that
jokes.
podcast in that school.
Mhm.
I'm gonna leak that podcast in that school.
They'll know the real you.
Yeah, I mean,
Marketing ruined.
so
deny it.
like, who would
At
you
all.
not want to listen to the podcast? That's the question.
I
Give me a
think
name. He's like, I'm not
I think
saying
Mark's got the most people he wouldn't want to listen.
Yeah.
Most of them just be like, whatever.
I've literally passed mine on to the people I work with. I'm not scared. I don't care.
Like if our mom listened to it, I wouldn't care. Like that's fine.
yeah, it would probably have to you'd have to answer some questions, I'm sure. But
Nah, it's fine. Whatever.
No,
We got to the
not
point
my
now where
parents, not my wife's parents, not my sibling. Maybe my brother. I'd let my brother listen to it. That'd be about it.
you would let your
And
sister
my
listen
sister.
to it?
Yeah, I'd let my sister. Let's do it. Not my stepsister though. Not Jessica.
What are you doing, stepsister?
See, but that's the thing, like,
And
any
we're
of-
back.
any of those like if they wanted to, like they wouldn't want to listen to it because they'd be like, this is stupid. But if they did, I wouldn't care. But like my wife's parents, so it depends on like stepmom, probably not. Dad,
Definitely not. No.
I mean,
If it was just him,
if
yes.
it was just him, but yeah, it would depend.
See, like the thing is, like my dad could probably get a kick out of it because like he loves South Park, right? Like
That
he loves
surprises
watching
me.
South Park, but he will not watch it in front of other people.
See, that was the thing. Like older people seem to do that. Like I remember growing up, no Simpsons, absolutely not South Park. But then we were up in Michigan, and my dad, who was like, absolutely not. Our older brother, he was watching Family Guy, and my dad just had nowhere else to be, so he had to pay attention, and he'd chuckle at some of the stuff, especially some of the stuff when they play like Conway Twitty, because that's like music he would know. But like that kind of stuff, like he was chuckling a little bit. So I'm like, that surprises me.
But no, like my dad like actively like keeps up with South Park. But like if I like come into the house or like back whenever I lived with him, if I would like come out of my room while he's watching it, he would turn it off.
He just switches back to porn real quick. Oh.
Because you fake it to him and he doesn't know who you really are.
I wasn't doing nothing.
Oh,
He's trying to keep you clean, Mark.
Yeah.
It's like I remember as a kid, like when I was a kid, I would come out of my room and be like, "Go back to your room."
Don't look at me.
While he's watching South Park.
I feel like it's both ways then, right? Like you're trying to be extra careful around him. He's trying to be extra careful, but you both are probably the same person and just trying to be like, no, I can't do that around the other person.
Me and my dad are completely different. We are not the same at all.
Mm.
I don't look like him at all.
Yeah. Delusional.
You don't look like your dad at all, did you?
Nothing.
Did you actually just say that?
Yeah, I don't look like my dad at all.
Every passing day.
We'll see in about 10 years who don't look like your dad.
You've all seen the picture, right?
Yes, you look exactly like your fucking dad.
The picture of my dad when he was like 22 and the picture of me when I was 22.
It's funny how that happens. But yeah, no, I feel like y'all are the same. And if you actually had an honest conversation, you'd be like, oh, okay. No, we're good.
He's like, oh yeah, fuck you for not telling me nothing just right off the bat. Back to it.
No, it'd be kind of funny because like if I have to like quote someone cursing, I always like apologize for it. Like I'm sorry for this, but
this is why you turned it off.
You're an asshole.
When you walked into the living room.
I apologize for it.
He's like, damn, my kid's such a nerd.
Yeah, what if he finally acted like that around him? He's like, oh man, I thought you were gay all these years.
Thank God. All these years.
All these years of wondering, concerned.
You had me worried there, Mark. I don't know.
My kid's such a fucking nerd.
Yeah, you gotta give them a little bit so they know. You can't just tell them corny jokes and that you play D&D all the time. You gotta tell them there's cool stuff too.
He gets mad at he like keeps giving me shit because I haven't invited him to come play D&D with us.
Oh my god.
But I tell him like Thursday nights, let's go, come on. You can go play with us.
No.
He never does though.
I just make it so the only channel he can access is D&D.
That's the only one
he can get. That's the only one he can get into, but he's gonna have to deal with the big picture titties.
No, like
it's gonna happen.
I have to make an entirely new Discord.
Nope, it's tradition that the gif of the titties has to go on.
You need to be honest with him, Mark.
Absolutely not.
He's like, okay, here's the I sent you the invite. Nice.
Yeah, what if he's just like, yeah.
Nice.
What did you say?
Hell yeah.
I mean, I don't pay no attention to it anymore, so it only catches me off guard when we invite somebody new. And I'm like,
it's such a small picture over in the corner, you just don't really notice it. But if you send somebody an invite, it like blows it up into like a way bigger picture.
No, see what happens is whenever my phone's connected to Android Auto in Holly's car, we'll be driving and somebody will send a message over Discord and it'll just pop up on her car screen that picture of titties.
And how does she feel about this?
She ignores it.
That's so great.
It's so funny.
I'm gonna start sending more messages.
I'm gonna turn the notifications off.
Anytime Mark's in the car with Holly, hey, Mark, what are you doing? Oh, just driving. Bing, 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 bing.
No, actually, I took Discord off of my laptop at the school for that reason.
Probably smart.
That'd be a perfect place.
Did you have a slip up?
No. Thank goodness I did not.
Listen, it's got just a nice little kitty at the top. What are you talking about?
It's 2023, man.
Yeah.
People can not wear shirts if they don't want to.
Yeah. Who are you to tell her she can't have a shirt?
It's only a thing because society made it a thing.
When you go swimming, you don't have a shirt on. Okay.
Yeah, listen, I'm all for it. You don't wear a shirt.
I thought that was weird when they like censor that stuff too, because like the only part that gets censored in some more extreme situations is just like a nipple. But so they'll leave like all the rest and censor that part out for like minimal censoring. But then like that's the only, like when a dude's got no shirt on. That's the only part you see. So you're like, because there's nothing else there. So what is it? What is it? Like, make up your mind.
It's just the fact that it's sexualized.
Yeah, but society did that. So it's just a weird.
Yeah, fuck
Double
you,
standard, I guess.
society.
Like, guy nipples, fine. Girl nipples, absolutely not.
I don't know. I can't tell you.
Absolutely not.
Let's just take it back to a simpler time when I could wear top hats and a trench coat and not come off as like an edgelord, you know?
That's
No,
what you
that'll
are.
never happen.
Am I an edgelord? I don't even.
The shoe fits.
What's the criteria for that? I feel like that's like your purpose.
Dressing all black.
Yeah, I don't do that. I mean, I wear this is a shirt, but I'm wearing 2 colors. So
Yeah, black
Dressing
and
mostly-
off black.
Mostly, yeah.
no, man, that's goth. Okay, that's different. I'm not that either, but let's bring back goth, not emo.
What would you classify yourself as, Steven?
Ambiguous. I don't have a style. I just kind of wear whatever I like. Some t-shirts sometimes. I was
Like, if
never
I-
like in a clique or anything in high school, so I didn't get a classification.
Fucking
know.
nerd.
I don't know, like for me, like I only really ever wear athletic clothes. Like that's it. Stuff to work out in.
Yeah, you fucking jock.
Yep, you jock. There you go.
Big old jock mark.
I have an athletic job, so
I feel like I missed out on the high school experience, not getting into something either jock, nerd,
Drugs.
Yeah, didn't do
everything.
any of that. That's-
in high school
Like,
we had uniforms in high school. That fucking sucked.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always the funniest part after you go through basic training is seeing how everybody actually dressed.
Yeah.
Because you only seen them, you met them for the first like 2 months, and they've been in the same clothes you're wearing. And then as soon as they get to go back to wearing normal clothes, you're like, oh, you're like a farmer dude, or you're like a emo or something. Like, yeah, oh,
Come
that's
out in
weird.
full black makeup and black hair. Like,
Yeah, that's what they do. Like you don't.
That's what
you don't
they
expect
do.
It.
Yeah.
It's just so weird because they're only allowed to wear one thing before that. So you're just like, I met the person, I've interacted with them, and then they come back dressed how they normally dress. You're like, oh.
I mean, I
Oh,
guess
you're
that's kind of
fucking
like
weird. Damn it.
like when I worked at Discount, it's kind of the same way.
You're fucking weird. Damn it. Can't be friends anymore. Because you
What
like
if- what
wearing
if-
slap-on
you're like-
bracelets.
What if you're like gang members and you just had never come up and they come out and you're wearing red and they're wearing blue and you're like, oh, yeah.
Then we throw a lock in at the YMCA.
Tonight will be the night that I.
That's Nick. He comes back out and all the face paint and everything. Your hair wasn't even black, dude. Yeah, I know. There's a wig.
I fucking love it, dude.
Have you seen those Emo's Not Dead videos? That dude's been doing that. Where he does like a Dr. Jekyll transformation. He's just like, anytime an emo song comes on, he'll just be like, "Ah," and then he's got like the long hair on his face and he starts singing and dancing. They're pretty fun.
No, I don't think I've seen that.
Just check him out. Guess he had like a cruise. I saw that he done like a whole cruise and had to try and like choreograph a bunch of emo bands to play. So it's gotten some popularity.
You're an emo. Got him.
I actually got a phone call, so I missed like the last 2
Yeah,
minutes.
I was
conversation.
wondering if you were talking and were muted and you knew you were muted. I was waiting to see.
Yeah, my dad called me.
Is he coming on?
Is
You coming on the show?
No, sure.
Hold,
sure
the,
is
hold
not.
the mic
Time
up.
to get
hold
over
the
here.
mic up.
Sure
Let's
is
let him
not
talk.
coming on the show.
Just tell him to take a ride in your car and tell us when you get in there.
Dude, he comes in. He already comes in the Discord. He like pop in and be like, "What's up?" Oh, is Mark?
That'd be
here?
the
Okay, I'm
weirdest
leaving.
thing. Yeah, oh, Mark's on. I'm not jumping in then.
He's got a fake name. Any of those names you ever seen you don't recognize that leave when you show up? You'd
That
be
last
wondering
guy who
that.
like flamed me super hard and leave for no reason, that was actually my dad.
It's got a voice changer.
Later, dipshit. Wait, that sounded kind of
Yeah,
familiar.
your dad just comes in here with us BS's. One of the boys, has a whole
Bro,
time.
like he likes you guys better than me anyway.
I know he does. I need to just come there and visit him next time.
Come on,
When
he's
I
gonna be
visit
on the
the
not even
show.
come over to my house.
We'll be
He's
down the
gonna
street. Mark's like waving at us from his house. Hey guys, we just flip you off. Like,
He's in the car. What? Loser. We're gonna do
I'll
a
like
secret
go over to my
episode.
dad's house to like pick up mail, and you're just gonna be sitting there in the rocking chair. Oh hey dude,
oh,
what's
hey,
up? Yeah, I've been
Dad
here for like
made-
a week. I'm leaving
Your dad
tomorrow.
he's made jambalaya every night. It's been fucking amazing. Great.
We're gonna do a secret episode. It's actually gonna be your dad instead of you.
I wonder if anyone.
That's what we're
will be
gonna do
able
on.
to tell.
That's what we're gonna do on Sunday.
We're gonna
You're not
see if
here.
anyone can even notice.
Nah, it'll be fun.
Well, I think that's gonna wrap it up for this week. Again, not even 24 hours later. 24 hours later for us, not for you guys. It's still gonna be a week for you guys. But catch us next time. This has been your least favorite podcast. See y'all next week or like 2 weeks from now, whatever the timeline works out.
Bye-bye.